Not so long ago, in the mysterious land of Fargo, North Dakota, Aaron Dubbuler was winning a weekly.
After what could be argued as one of the most competitive seasons in the state's history winds down to a close, the time has come yet again to celebrate the best of the best North Dakota has to offer. Sit down and strap in. It's time to unveil the final state power rankings for 2023. Before we get into the top 10, let's take a second to acknowledge our two honorable mentions. First up, we have Fargo's resident cloud, Coan. All that time in the lab started to show its true colors this season, highlighted by notable set wins on Cuban Misfire Crisis and Hero Awesome. Although he's taken an indefinite hiatus as of late, he'll always be cross-slashing on in our hearts. Rounding out the Final Fantasy VII duo, we have Anomaly. In between his shifts at the Replay Games venue, the Sephiroth aficionado still managed to find time to pull off impressive wins on Cuban Misfire Crisis and Thug Shaker Mind Control. With his results only getting better and better, we can't wait to see what he has in store for us next season. Kicking off the rankings, we have SMorgas. Whether he's clipping your recovery 20 times in a row with a down tilt, or full sending a Alolan Whip to catch you jumping off the ledge, you can rest assured that whenever the grappler fanatic is in the building, you know something silly is about to go down. Even with sparse attendance in the later portion of the season, his notable wins on Cuban Misfire Crisis, Jake Fox, and Thug Shaker Mind Control secure SMorgas the gatekeeper spot of our top 10. Grand Fort's flashiest soldier, it's Holmes. Renowned for his do-it-for-the-clip mindset, the Wicked Wolf DK co-main just barely scraped by the attendance requirement of 4 tournaments. His performance, albeit limited, showed us that there's a reason we have to confine him to the Discord Clips channel. With wins on Nadia and Thug Shaker Mind Control, we look forward to seeing what he has to offer in the next community montage, the new year. The martyr of St. Cloud himself, Shain marks our first new face on the rankings this season. No matter the stock count, no matter the percents, when you're up against an explosive combo of Kazuya and Jigglypuff, it's always an even game. With wins on Cuban Misfire Crisis, Slim, and Thug Shaker Mind Control under his belt, Shain has secured a name for himself as someone to not be slept on. After all, that's his job. A champion of consistency held back by difficulty attending in the later half of the season to no fault of his own. We have Slim, the first of the resident PK kids. The Lucas specialist just keeps getting better and better every time we see him. Although it wasn't in the running for PR, we would be remiss to ignore his legendary run at Howard's Realm 2. Taking out Thug Shaker Mind Control, SMorgas, Holmes, and double eliminating Nadia with the PK freeze heard around the world to take it home. Alongside his winning set counts on Jake Fox and Cuban Misfire Crisis, we can't wait to see what else the snake-dashing menace has in store for us next year. A force to be reckoned with, yet a stranger to consistency, Cuban Misfire Crisis has always been the scene's wildcard. A fact that has been put to display more than ever before over the past season. While his losses outside of the top 10 hold him down, he also went ahead and won a run it back over the likes of Holmes, Thug Shaker Mind Control, and Nadia. All with Wii Fit Trainer? With additional wins on Slim, Jake Fox, and Hero Awesome, the Crisis locks himself down for the 6th place spot of the season. Next up, we have the cold, unfeeling PK powerhouse known as Jake Fox. When he lacks in peaks, he makes up for it in machine-like consistency. You'd be lucky to catch the Nest Fanatic on a day off, never missing out on a top 8, as well as a 17th place finish at the Midwest Open Invitational. Although he had a slower start to the season after finding multiple wins on Thug Shaker Mind Control and Hero Awesome, as well as a destructive 15-1 set count over Cuban Misfire Crisis, the Pyromaniac Gatekeeper secures himself a spot in the top 5. San Antonio's resident Sonic Term champion of Grand Forks, Nadia makes her debut at 4th place on the North Dakota Power Rankings. Although her in-state may have been limited, she took the time to cement herself as one of the state's best with the time she had. With multiple wins across the top 5, she was no slump out of state either. A 17th place finish at Cream City Convergence, as well as a 5th place at the Midwest Open Invitational over the likes of Ibex and Smoothie, showed us that sometimes the matchup can be unwinnable. Give up. After the most disorderly season he's had to date, Thug Shaker Mind Control miraculously holds down his 3rd place spot by the skin of his teeth. With drop sets scattered across the top 15, Thug Shaker is saved by his ability to lock it in and go Super Shaker mode. While multiple weekly wins over Jake Fox, Hero Awesome, and Aaron alike are nothing to scoff at, where he really shined was out of state, with a second at Keepers of the North, a 7th at Fill the Bar, and a 5th at Cream City Convergence, taking out kilogram hours and Candle. We can't wait to see what else Mr. Mind Control can do next year at Genesis X. Known for his wild tech-heavy advantage state and clips that would put Tweak in a retirement home, it's everyone's favorite Steve-turned-Diddy player, Hero Awesome. While lacking in out-of-state results, his in-state has been nothing short of inspiring, only missing top 3 twice out of the 19 events he's attended, as well as winning set counts on almost every player in the top 10, including the rare and coveted title of more than one set win on Aaron in a season. While the future for Hero Awesome seems unsure for now, with his recent outings being mostly Roy-oriented, we are on the edge of our seats to where he goes next. Perhaps the return of a certain someone. Only dropping a record 7 sets in state this season, Aaron is, by all statistical means, an inevitability. The absolute unfiltered dominance on display from the region's reigning champ is all to be expected. On the topic of out of state, she holds a number of respectable placements. 1st at Keepers of the North, 9th at Cream City Convergence, and 9th at the Midwest Open Invitational. But the real killer was at TKO number 8 in Omaha, Nebraska. After falling to Tony Z Tank in winners round 3, Aaron proceeded to go on an absolute tear of a 7-set losers run, beating Brogan, Regulating Mofo, Crows, Quaz, Zen, and finally double eliminating Tony to take home the gold. All this is to say, Aaron is a one-of-a-kind player, and we are thrilled to have her representing our scene's #1 spot for the 5th consecutive season in a row. Congratulations, Aaron! Thanks for tuning in to the North Dakota Quarter 4 Power Rankings Reveal. A special shout out to Pep Make Thing on Twitter for making the banner and editing this video. With the announcement of Middle of Nowhere on January 27th, we can't wait to see what the action lies in store for the coming months. We hope to see you there. I'm Skiff. You can follow me on Twitter at Skiff Talks, and I'll see you next time.